Hey guys, Orthsake. I just realized that I never did an update video to my ATV video I posted last winter. So I decided that I'd today. Well, it's nice. It's like January 6th or something. I'm not particularly sure. I don't keep track of the dates too well. But I decided that I'd do an update of my video. It hasn't really snowed here in Illinois very much at all. We got a little bit of snow for like one day, but it was like less than an inch, maybe like a quarter inch of snow or something, so I never really got to use my ATV yet for plowing. But I did do some repairs and some updates to it, so I'm gonna show you now. Last time I didn't have this plate here. This is a trailer plate that I installed so I can hook up my trailer that I use to pull mulch bags and stuff to help out my mom and stuff. I use this to help pull that around, makes the life easier. My rear brake drum, I took it apart because my rear brake locked up, so I had to take it apart and I cleaned it, and the gasket in here along the line, you can see it here. The gasket broke, so the whole thing flooded with water when I went ATVing in a stream. So like I had water up to here, and this thing was just flooded and it rusted. So I had to take it apart, and I scraped off all the rust and everything. I bought a new seal and I sealed that. I fixed my my exhaust. You can't, there you go, you can see it now. You see this piece of metal sticking out, this painted? There used to be a huge line on the bottom of here, and here too, where it rusted through from when I bought it. I brought it into my friend, my dad, well actually it's my dad's friend who runs a metaling shop, and he patched it up for me, because the price of a new one for my ATV was like $200, which is ridiculous. But so that's basically it for the back. On the side, I didn't really do much. I took off the chain guard plate. It's nice and painted now. I had my old pull plate for my plow. If you guys didn't know, this plow used to have a piece of metal that went through there and would attach to here. This would be a lock, and there'd be a huge lever here that I had to pull to get the plow to raise up. So this is no longer used, but I just left it on, as I don't have the screws to or the bolts to replace them with proper size, so I just left them. And in the front, this is the big thing. This took me and my dad took a long time to work on. Gonna bend down here. I got my winch installed, and my winch is now hooked up to my plow. So my winch controls my plow height now, which is really nice. And I repainted the front a little so it wouldn't rust through as much. I didn't really scrape any of the rust off. I just kind of painted over it with Rust-Oleum paint so it would help stop the rusting. I repainted my plow too, but as I store this thing outside under a tarp, it's still very moist, so it does slowly rust. So yeah, but it's a 3,000 pound winch. It's directly hooked up to the battery. Here's the solenoid, which I lost the screws to the top, so I gotta get those. But the solenoid goes right into the battery. Down here, the battery's under the seat, so that's that. Here's the height control. So it's up and down, so it works. It's great. It'll make my plowing jobs a lot easier. So that's the winch. The plate that we used is custom made. It took us a long time to figure this out. It was a lot of countersinking, but these metal pieces here are extensions of the original screw plates that were holding on the plastic frame for that covers all of this. Where the two screws there is what I'm using to hold this on, and the front like bumper or whatever you want to call it. I got two prongs so that this, when it pulls, it'll pull on the frame instead of on those two screws. The screws just mount it on. So that's how we did that. Haven't really figured out if and how. I'm not sure if I want to attempt to get the plastic siding back on. I don't really care for it on or off, but I can't get it on with the winch on. So, and then on this side, nothing changed except for the foot brake is now fixed. The gasket down here also went bad, so that's another reason why it jammed my rear brake. So this was stuck like this. I couldn't push it down. If I put all my weight on this, it wouldn't move. So that was a pain in the ass to get off. We had to use a tool, which we put a big ass dent in the center of the frame, but we did get it off, and we fixed that, and we resealed it and got a new gasket for it. So that's basically it, unless you want to count this, because the back prong that sticks out that holds this shut snapped off. So I drilled it out and I stuck a bolt through. It's about the same size, and I don't know, it holds it on, so I'm not really worried about it. That's about it. A little bit of repair on the plastic. It was plastic welded or whatever you guys call it, but it keeps cracking. As you can see, it still goes over here, all along here, but it kept cracking. So I decided to just take a drill to it and do what some other people do that I've read on forums, is just zip tie it. And zip tying it has worked great so far, so I'm just going to stick with zip tying. The plastic was plastic welded and is re-cracking, so that's what I'm doing for now. That's about it. One more thing. I know I keep saying that's about it, and I keep coming up with things. This is the last thing. The gas tank. Smells like gas. Is now derusted. It still looks a little rusty, but I had a lot of rust because when I bought this, the previous owner before the guy that I bought it from didn't take care of this thing at all, and somehow water got into the gas tank. I don't know how that happens, but so water got into the gas tank and it was all rusty. So I took it out and I did the coke treatment, and I scrubbed it out the best I could with a fucking stick and an SOS pad. So yeah, so it's as derusted as I can get it now. It runs smoother. It feeds fuel in smoother, and I added in an inline fuel filter, which is under there, and I don't feel like showing. It's only like that big. It's not big at all, but it does serve its purpose of cleaning or filtering out any extra rust and stuff before it goes in to the carburetor. So that's about it. I'll try and put up a plowing video later this year. To answer your question, yes, this is a 2x4. It's not a 4x4. Only the rear wheels have power. So it's a chain drive. So yes, 2x4s can plow. There's a lot of confusion that 2x4s can't plow. Yes, they can plow. It's very good at plowing. Yes, it does lack some extra traction that a 4x4 would have, but a 2x4 has way more traction than you with a shovel. So remember to rate, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys later. Juicy, juicy burgers filled with slime. Yeah, I was outside grilling when I was making that video, so. Oh, yum. Look at all that crap coming off of it. Delicious.